Zarya once lived in a beautiful home. Her father was one of the richest businessmen in the city. But after her mother died, he remarried a woman named Madame Beatrice. At first she acted kind, loving, and gentle. But when Zarya's father suddenly passed away, everything changed. Slowly and quietly, Madame Beatrice took control of the house, the money, and the life Zarya once had. The girl who used to live like a princess was now treated like a servant. Every morning before sunrise, Zarya woke up to sweep floors, wash bathrooms, cook meals, and clean the entire house. She often ate only once a day, sometimes not at all. Meanwhile, her stepsisters spent their days making TikTok videos. Yet despite the suffering, Zarya remained beautiful. She wore no makeup, no expensive perfume, no salon hairstyles, only palm kernel oil on her skin. But her natural beauty shined brighter than anything money could buy. Her long black hair fell down her back like silk, and that was exactly what Madame Beatrice hated. One morning, news spread across the city. The Crown Prince, Prince Desmond, was visiting to choose a wife. Rich families rushed to prepare their daughters. Designers were hired. Makeup artists worked all night. Vanessa and Fiona were certain the prince would choose one of them. But that same morning, Zarya was sent to the market with a basket, wearing an old faded dress. As she walked along the road, a royal convoy passed by. Inside the car, Prince Desmond casually looked outside, then suddenly told the driver to stop. He saw her, a simple girl walking quietly with a basket in her hand. No luxury, no jewelry, no attention-seeking, but something about her felt different. There was pain in her eyes, strength in her walk, and peace in her silence. The prince kept watching her until she disappeared down the road. Then he said softly, "I have seen my wife." Meanwhile, at the royal selection ceremony, hundreds of rich girls gathered in a grand hall. Beautiful gowns, diamonds, perfect makeup, rehearsed speeches. Vanessa and Fiona performed confidently, sure the prince would choose them, but Prince Desmond barely reacted. Finally, the king stood and announced, "The crown prince has already chosen his bride." Excitement exploded across the room, but the prince pointed to no one. That evening, Zarya returned home tired from the market. She cooked food for everyone and ate leftover rice alone in the kitchen while her stepsisters celebrated in the living room. That night, Zarya stood outside looking at the sky. "Mom, Dad, I'm trying, but I'm tired." At the palace, Prince Desmond told his father, "Tomorrow we go to her house." The next morning, a royal convoy stopped in front of Zarya's home. Madame Beatrice proudly pushed Vanessa and Fiona forward. But Desmond simply said, "Call Zarya." Everyone froze. Zarya came downstairs slowly, confused and nervous. The prince looked at her and said clearly, "You are the woman I have chosen to marry." The room exploded in shock. Madame Beatrice tried to protest, calling Zarya useless and unworthy. But the prince ignored her. For the first time in her life, someone had chosen Zarya. That night, jealousy filled the house. While Zarya slept peacefully, dreaming of hope, Madame Beatrice and her daughters entered her room with scissors. They held her down and cut off all her long, beautiful hair. "If you become princess, what will my daughters become?" Madame Beatrice whispered. By morning, Zarya's head was completely shaved. When the prince returned the next day, she tried to hide, but the palace maids brought her forward. Prince Desmond gently removed the scarf covering her head. The room gasped, but his face didn't change. Instead, he said softly, "You are still the most beautiful woman I have ever seen." Zarya broke down crying. He took her hand and said, "You're coming with me." At the palace, Zarya slowly began to experience something she had never known before: peace. Warm food, soft beds, kind voices. For the first time in years, she felt safe. Meanwhile, Prince Desmond ordered a full investigation into her father's estate. Soon the truth was revealed. Madame Beatrice had forged documents, stolen the entire property, and illegally transferred everything into her name. Even Vanessa and Fiona were not Zarya's father's real children. Police arrived at the mansion, bank accounts were frozen, the house was taken back, Madame Beatrice and her daughters were forced to leave with nothing. Weeks later, the royal wedding took place. The entire city gathered to celebrate. Zarya walked down the aisle wearing a royal gown, her head covered with a beautiful wig, her eyes still humble and kind. Prince Desmond held her hands gently, like something precious he would never let go, because some girls are not born queens. Some are forced to survive, and sometimes, survival creates royalty. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. God bless you.